In the tapestry of ancient myths and legends, where gods and mortals dance in a timeless ballet, we find a figure shrouded in mystery, straddling the realms of the known and the unknown. Today, we set out on a voyage through time and myth to uncover the secrets of Zalmoxis, the revered deity of the Thracians, Geti, and Dacians. Embark with us as we peel back the layers of history to reveal the story of a god who transcended life, death, and rebirth. Our journey begins in the heart of ancient Thrace, a cultural melting pot nestled in the southeastern Balkans. This region, resplendent with lush valleys and formidable mountains, was home to a myriad of tribes, each weaving their own thread into the rich tapestry of Thracian culture. Enter Zalmoxis, a figure as enigmatic as the land itself. Variously described by the Greeks as a sage, a god, and a legendary king, Zalmoxis was a character of many faces. But who was he, really? Was he a mere mortal touched by the divine, or a deity walking amongst men? Our quest for answers takes us to the writings of the ancient Greeks. Herodotus, Plato, and Strabo, among others, offer tantalizing glimpses into the life of Zalmoxis. These accounts, though varied, paint a picture of a man of profound wisdom and mystical power. According to Herodotus, Zalmoxis might have once been a slave in the house of the Greek philosopher Pythagoras. If true, this would have placed him at the heart of early Western philosophical thought. Picture a Thracian slave in the intellectual epicenter of the ancient world, absorbing the teachings on the immortality of the soul. Returning to Thrace, Zalmoxis was transformed. He emerged as a revolutionary figure, intertwining Pythagorean philosophy with Thracian mysticism. His teachings on the soul and the afterlife began to reshape Thracian spirituality, weaving a complex tapestry of beliefs. But Zalmoxis was more than a philosopher. To the Thracians, Geti, and Dacians, he was a bridge to the divine. A mediator between the mortal world and the eternal. His promise of a blissful afterlife offered a profound sense of hope and spiritual security. Imagine the allure of Zalmoxis' teachings. The promise of an afterlife of eternal happiness, a sanctuary from the transient nature of earthly existence. This was a game changer in a world where life was often brutish and short. But Zalmoxis was not content with mere words. He embarked on a legendary retreat, disappearing into an underground chamber for 3 years. This act was more than a show of divine power. It was a physical embodiment of his teachings on death and rebirth, a dramatic illustration of the soul's journey. The devotion to Zalmoxis was intense and visceral. The Geti had a remarkable, albeit gruesome, ritual. Every 5 years, they would select a messenger to Zalmoxis. This messenger wasn't sent with letters or prayers, but rather was hurled onto a bed of spears. If the messenger perished, they believed he would carry their requests to Zalmoxis in the afterlife. While this practice may seem shocking to us, it highlights the depth of belief and the lengths to which Zalmoxis followers would go to communicate with their deity. The cult of Zalmoxis was not a fleeting phenomenon. It profoundly influenced the social and spiritual fabric of the Thracian, Getic, and Dacian societies. His teachings on the soul, the afterlife, and the cyclical nature of existence permeated their worldview, shaping their rituals, laws, and daily lives. Today, the figure of Zalmoxis continues to captivate scholars and history enthusiasts. His story, a blend of myth, legend, and historical fact, challenges us to think about the nature of belief, the power of culture, and the enduring mystery of the divine. In the end, the tale of Zalmoxis is more than an ancient myth. It is a window into the human soul, a reflection of our eternal quest for meaning, understanding, and connection to something greater than ourselves. It reminds us that the stories we tell, the gods we worship, and the legends we weave are not just relics of the past, but living, breathing parts of our collective human journey.
Did you know? The subscribe button is like the library's version of a chocolate chip cookie. Every time you hit it, a book on a library shelf gets an extra sprinkle of fairy dust. So, if you enjoyed this video and want to sprinkle some magic, don't forget to like and subscribe to our library channel.